Up next on Running, the program that showcases athletes in action. Make sure your batteries are on full charge. It's TCS New York City Marathon Weekend. The marathon has become a multi-day festival, drawing runners, family, and friends for a non-stop Get Your New York On experience. First up, Friday night, the marathon opening ceremony presented by United Airlines. The Parade of Nations, an Olympic-like opening celebration with marchers from many of the 135 countries represented in the field. They head up the final yards of the actual marathon course in Central Park. The evening is capped with the marathon fireworks presented by Poland Spring, electrifying the crowd and the red-hot atmosphere. The next morning, in the shadow of the United Nations, the day before the full marathon, elites are at the front in New York Roadrunners' Dash to the Finish Line 5K. Across 42nd Street, up 6th Avenue, into Central Park for a 5K that ends at the marathon finish line. Following the elites are nearly 8,000 United States and international fitness runners who want to be a part of the TCS New York City Marathon experience. The lead pack passes Radio City, heading up the Avenue of Americas. Crosstown traffic is really moving well on this morning. The finish line in sight, and Jonas Mabratu of Eritrea in the black makes a move on Don Cabral. Cabral responds with a kick that cannot be answered. Don Cabral across in 14:24 with Jonas Mabratu and Gila Sikra Kabedi 7 seconds back. Eftirahu Tempston is up the final hill. Up ahead after a late pass, Gwen Jorgensen of the New York Athletic Club. Gwen is the reigning ITU Triathlon World Champion gold medalist, and she takes it to the tape. Now it's time for the universal language of running to be spoken in many tongues. The field heads up those final yards, reveling in the now personal experience of being part of Marathon Weekend. The dash to the finish line, keeping Marathon Weekend in the fast lane. Up next, TCS New York City Marathon Race Day. Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Manhattan. Get your New York on. Finally, TCS New York City Marathon Race Day.
How's it going,
Because
man?
of high winds, race officials make a decision to start the wheelers at the 3-mile mark in Brooklyn, avoiding a totally exposed Verrazano Bridge. The wind is gusting up to 40 miles per hour.
Good luck, gentlemen.
The men are off the line with perhaps the deepest pro field ever for this event.
Go, go.
The prize purse totals $100,000. Defending champ Marcel Hugh goes right to the front, with 3-time winner Kurt Fearnley tucking in, an especially important tactic today. It's Hugh, Fearnley, and in the red, Pierre Fairbank. Now the women wheelers are off.
Go.
Going right to the front, Tatayna McFadden. Tatayna has won 7 straight major marathons, including the 2013 Grand Slam, with wins in London, Boston, Chicago, and New York. To Staten Island, the professional women are ready for the blustery 26 miles journey.
You know, it's a nice day in New York, it's a tough wind, but 50,000 deep on the TCS New York City Marathon. Everybody's having a story, gonna do the best they can, and guess what? It's windy for everybody, and see what happens.
Good luck.
Thank you.
With the nasty wind, clearly tactics will be paramount today. Tuck in and hang on.
The former world record holder in the marathon, from Kenya, Wilson Kipsang.
I'm going to go in a few minutes.
The streets of New York City await you. It's about time to get your New York on. Are you ready to run? On your marks!
The first of 4 waves heads out, led by the top marathoners in the world. A prize purse of over $700,000 will be sorted at the finish line. The breakaway pack for the women pro-wheelers, Wakiku Tushita, Manuela Schar, and at the front, Tatayna McFadden. With the now open Freedom Tower sparkling at the tip of Manhattan, the field works the longest uphill on the course, the Verrazano. About 6 miles in, Meb moves to the front, as much to shake things up as anything. Meb has become a big fan favorite, so why not take in some cheers before the real racing begins? On First Avenue, a surprise. Kurt Fearnley and Thomas Hammerlock have broken away from the larger field. The goal now, work together and get away. On the 59th Street Bridge, Tatayna McFadden makes a move. Although doing the lion's share of the work, Tatayna had tucked in and rested just before the bridge and now powers away. On Park Avenue at about the 22-mile mark, Hammerlock and Fearnley realize they can't get away, so they smartly wait for the large pack and rejoin. 4th Avenue in Brooklyn is now a moving festival from sidewalk to sidewalk. But still 15 miles to go before the real party can begin. The party here is over as the wheelers enter the final stretch. Masazumi Sojima leads, then Fearnley, Fairbank, Van Dyke, Hammerkett, and Hokanoe. Ernst Van Dyke gets a chair length, with Fearnley gaining. Fearnley just edges by and takes it to the tape. The lead women on First Avenue, all content to sit in the pack and let attrition thin their ranks. The sun warms the 50,000 plus who have taken on this wonderful adventure. Make some new friends on the way. Tatayna McFadden approaches 59th Street. Suddenly, she miscalculates the angle and goes down. A replay shows she leaned to the outside of the turn and makes contact with the motorbike. Police officers help dust her off, and she's on her way again.
Go with her.
In the final mile, Kenya's Jamina Sumgong and Mary Keitany go shoulder to shoulder. Now it's a matter of both physical and mental toughness to get to the top step of the podium. But no doubt here, Tatayna McFadden, her 8th straight win in a major marathon. Big crowds urge on the men's leaders. Wilson Kipsang of Kenya in the white and Kalisa Desisa of Ethiopia. Just up ahead, Mary Keitany has just a touch more than Sumgong and will break the tape for a $125,000 payday. Kipsang and Desisa, the last quarter. Desisa makes a move on the inside, makes contact with Kipsang, and Kipsang says, "Not today. This is my race." Wilson Kipsang over the line in 2 hours, 10 minutes, 59 seconds. For the 50,000 that follow, 1 mile, 1 cheer at a time. at the 20-mile mark. Think of it this way, just 10K to go. The TCS New York City Marathon. Tens of millions raised for charity. Unstoppable. Spirits lifted. Hearts warm. Taking care of business one step at a time.